Thanks, it's cold, and I'm sick at heart.
Has it been quiet?
Not a mouse stirring.
Well, good night. If you do meet Horatio and Marcellus, tell them to come quick.
Think I heard them. Halt! Who's there?
Friends of the state and servants of the king.
Good night to both of you.
Goodbye. Who's taken over your watch?
Bernardo's taken my watch. Night.
Hello, Bernardo. Hello, is Horatio here? Some of him. Welcome, Horatio, Marcellus. Tell us, did you see that thing again? No, I haven't seen anything. Horatio says we're imagining things and won't believe this horrible thing that we've seen twice now. That's why I've begged him to come on our shift tonight, so he can see what we see and speak to it. Nonsense! It's not going to appear! Sit down, and we'll tell you a tale which you're so determined not to believe. One we've experienced for 2 nights. All right, let us sit. Last night, when the star is in its current position and when the bell was beating 1, look, over there! It comes again! In the same figure of the late king. You're a scholar. Speak to it, Horatio. It strikes me with fear and wonder. Speak to it. Question it, Horatio. What are you that come at this time of night, in a fair and warlike form in which the king would march? Speak! Seems like you've offended it. Ah, it's going away. Stay. Speak. Speak. Come speak. It's gone. It won't answer now. What happened, Horatio? You look pale and you're trembling. You agree now that we're not imagining this, don't you? What do you think about it? I swear to God, if I haven't seen this with my own eyes, I wouldn't believe it. The king, isn't it? As much as you look like yourself, the king wore this armor when he fought the king of nowhere. And the ghost ran just like the king when he attacked the post, traveling on the ice in sledge. Strange. This has happened twice before, always at the same time. He stalks us at our post like a warrior. I don't know how to explain it, but I have a feeling this means bad news for our nations. Let's sit down and discuss that question. Someone tell me why this strict schedule of guards has been set, and why so many bronze cannons are being made in Denmark, and so many weapons bought from overseas, and why the shipbuilders are so busy they do not rest on Sunday. Is something about to happen which warrants working this night and day? Who can explain it to me? I can, at least I can describe the whispered tales. As you may know, our late king, who we just saw as a ghost, was a great rival of Fortinbras, the king of Norway. Fortinbras challenged him to the battle. In the fight, our courageous Hamlet, or at least that's how we thought of him, killed Fortinbras, who, on the basis of a valid legal document, surrendered all his land along with his life to the conqueror. If King Hamlet lost, he would have to do the same. But now, old Fortinbras' young son, also called Fortinbras, he is bold but unproven, has gathered thugs from the lawless outskirts of the country. For some food, they are eager to take on the tough enterprise of securing the land the elder Fortinbras lost. As far as I understand, that's why they are posted here.
and why there's such a commotion in Denmark.
That's exactly right. It explains why the ghost of the late king would haunt us, since he caused these wars.
The ghost is something to worry about. In the mighty Roman Empire, before the Emperor Julius Caesar was assassinated, corpses rose from their graves and ran through the streets of Rome speaking gibberish. There were also exploding stars and blood mixed in the morning dew, and threatening sign on the sun. The moon, which controlled the sea tides, became so eclipsed it almost went completely out. We have had the similar omens of terrible things, as if heaven and earth will join together to warn us of things to come. Wait, look, it has returned! I shall meet it even if it's the last thing I do. Stay there, you hallucination! If you have voice, speak to me. If there's any good deed I can conduct that bring you peace and me honor, inform me. If you keep secret knowledge of your country's fate, which can be avoided if we know about it, then speak. If you have buried treasure somewhere, which is often said to make ghosts restless, then tell us about it. Stay and speak. If you have voice, speak to me. If there's any good deed I can conduct that bring you peace and me honor, inform me. If you keep secret knowledge of your country's fate, which can be avoided if we know about it, then speak. If you have buried treasure somewhere, which is often said to make ghosts restless, then tell us about it. Stay and speak. Keep it from leaving, Marcellus.
Should I strike it with my spear?
If it doesn't stand still, yes!
It's here!
There it is!
It's gone. Wrong of us to threaten it. It looks so much like a king. Besides, we cannot hurt it any more than we can hurt air. Our attack was useless and futile. It was about to say something before the rooster crowed.
And then it was stuttered, like a guilty person caught by the law. I've heard the rooster, awakens by the god of day with its trumpet-like crow, and makes all wandering ghosts everywhere hurry to their hiding places. I've seen proof of that.
Agreed. It faded when the rooster crowed. Some say that before Christmas, the rooster crows all night, so that no ghost dares wander, and the night is safe. The planets have no sway on us. Fairy spells fail, and witches cannot bewitch us. The holiness of that night.
I've heard the same and believe it. Look, morning is breaking beyond the east hill, reddening the sky. Let us interrupt our watch and inform young Hamlet what we have witnessed tonight. I'm sure this silent ghost will speak to him. Don't you agree that we owe him to tell him about this, out of our duty?
Let's go. I know where we can find him.